Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tailored Acres. I'm Taylor, and I am a gardener in central Wisconsin, Zone 4B. I'm going to run through the cool flowers that I have planted out in my garden already. And before you say, where are the blooms? I'm here for a flower tour. These are right on track for early May. All of these plants thrive in cool weather and are frost tolerant. I start planting my cool flowers out when the lows are above 20 degrees for some of them. Each specific plant has different requirements, which if you search culture guide for the specific plant, it will tell you what it is hardy down to. This is my bed of quite sad looking lisianthus this year. I dropped these the day I was going to plant them. They got all mixed up, a little bit damaged. And then when I planted them, I didn't turn the sprinkler on right away. And a lot of them really fried because the soil was dry. So a lot of mistakes were made. I'm kicking myself because I started these in December. So I have Roseanne Brown. I have Arena Apricot, Celeb Orchid, and then a bunch of ABC 1 mix. That's the majority of them. I'm excited to grow that mix this year. I've never grown that series before, so I'm really excited for those. Some of them do look good, especially down this way. So that's the lisianthus. In this bed, I also have Sahara Rudbeckia, which I've never grown before. I'm excited for that one. The Rudbeckia that I had last year just really performed well for me, and it produced almost all season. This is the Rudbeckia that I grew last year as well, Indian Summer, and I really like it. It performs super well for me, and these couple bigger clumps here, those actually overwintered in my garden. Not all of them survived winter, but some of them did, which will really give it like the whole plant a head start. I'm excited about that. And that happened the year before as well. I do also have a couple of sage in here. I've grown that the last few years. It doesn't get super tall until the later part of the season, but it's a fun filler. And I only started 3 of them, so I won't have that much of it. I also, for the first time this year in this bed, am growing Cerinthe. I'm so excited for those, which I'll probably say that for like every single thing that I'm growing in here. I am also doing a trial. I started some inside, which are these bigger ones, and then some from seed, which are just coming up here. So it'll be fun to compare those. I do also have Tribola Rudbeckia. You can even see that tiny little guy. Some of them finally sprouted. Those had really poor germination. I also have Frosted Explosion in this bed. They're pretty small right now, but they will really take off soon. I have a lot of those. My friends and family just love that sparkle in bouquets, so I'm excited to have a bunch of it this year. In this bed, I have Blue Plurum, which I've never been able to get to germinate before, and I've had really good luck now this year. I've been putting it in very damp soil in my basement for 2 weeks, and then it all germinated. So then I take it up and put it under the grow lights, harden it off, which I don't think I did the best job hardening it off. And some of these look a little bit brutal because we've had some really cold temperatures, which the plants will survive, but they do suffer a bit. I did cover it on some nights, but some nights I didn't. Oops. So I have a few different starts in here. I staggered it a little bit in 2 different waves. So these are also Blue Plurum, these little guys in here. And then we have some Bells of Ireland, which I've actually got to germinate. I haven't been able to grow this. It's like all the way down here. So I'm really excited about growing Bells of Ireland for the first time this year. I do have some forget-me-nots planted, which looks like they just started to germinate as well. And then Orlea, which I've kind of had some struggles with these in the past when I've tried to grow them. So this is their last chance. All right, we also have some Agrostemma, which I've never grown before. I'm really excited for those. They actually look really good. I'm just so excited. They're fun. I also have Dara, which is in the back here. And totally blanking, Ami, which is this one here. Those are 2 that I haven't grown before either. They're more like a disc flower. I'm excited for those. I know I'm going to say that 100 times, but this is so exciting to like be at the cusp of having flowers again. These little guys are stock, and I'm growing quite a few different varieties this year. Most of them I've grown before, so they are a branching type. I'm totally blanking. This one here is a new one for me. It's an iron stock. I'm excited for those. Those are just like a one cut and they're done. I'm also going to be planting, I think I'm going to be planting my sunflowers in this bed as well, which should be a good rotation for them. These other stock varieties are the Chanter Alto from Baker's Creek. They don't get a very big bloom stock, but they're just a really pretty, really smell good. So they're fun to grow as well. This is another new one for me this year, and some of these look a little rough. So this is Lime Millet. So that one will be interesting if they survive. I also have some poppies. These are like giant rattle poppies that I winter sowed and then transplanted out here. Here are the snapdragons for this year, and I almost didn't grow snapdragons because I've really been having issues with the twice stab stink bug. They just totally take over. So I'm going to try to net these this year to keep those off, and we'll see how it goes. So we have a white salmon, and I'm not sure what variety that one is. And then I have two different Potomac. I have ivory and I have dark orange. And you can kind of see the difference in color in the plants themselves, which I always found interesting. So back here, I also have some Dusty Miller that looks really rough, but all the new growth should look just fine. Some of these plants were not hardened off quite properly, I think, and then now we've had some like really wacky weather where it gets really hot and then really cold, so some of these are just really suffering, but they should all rebound really nicely. Just keep them watered and they'll be happy eventually. Here is my Sweet William, and it is super windy all of a sudden. So we have Sweet Coral, we have Pink Magic, and we have Pink Rose Magic in here. These have been some of my favorite flowers that I didn't really know about until I started looking into cool flowers. They're just so unique. I also have some Saponaria growing from seed, some Green Drops grass growing from seed, some Persian cress also from seed, and Bachelor Button from seed. On to the last bed of cool flowers here. So these are Feverfew. Most of these are Magic Single. There are a few Tetra and maybe another variety too. I don't see any tags for these, but most of them are single, the single ones that are my favorite. They're just like little mini daisies. So beautiful. We do have a little bit of straw flower in here. These are King Orange. I have 3 different statuses in here. We have Happy, I have Ivory, and I have a blue status as well. Status is such a great filler, and it makes a great dried flower as well, just like the straw flower. And then we have Star Scabosa, which is really fun, also used for the seed head. And then I think these are Fama Scabiosa because I knew that I had grown them and I transplanted over here from the other garden, and I'm pretty sure that's what they are. So those are perennial here. And then we have Winged Everlasting, which looks a little bit rough right now too, but the seedlings, they are not happy inside, so they needed to come out. And then we have some very, very sad looking flowering kale, which should recover no problem. Those got exposed to some really cold temperatures and it didn't kill them. Mosquito. But they're going to need to recover. Why are there mosquitoes already? Oh, all right. But that's everything for the tour. Let me know what you guys are growing. Take care.